Hey guys, so I decided that after watching some of my videos and going over my page, I really don't show the downside of having gastric bypass and how you can tend to feel after, or what people just don't see of me. Like, I don't allow people to see, I guess, the more, I don't know how to explain it besides, like, the, the thoughts that go on in my head that I have that nobody else knows. So what I do instead of sharing these thoughts and feelings, I usually either keep them to myself or I write. And I write anything from like just what's going on up there to poems or songs or any way of expressing it and getting it out. And I got a new journal because the last journal that I had was from over 5 years ago when I was going through a different time in my life. And this book that I got, or journal, is actually a journal that's by one of my favorite authors too. So it's just last night I realized, like, after writing, and I wrote for about 2 hours I think, and normally I'm very aware of like my surroundings when I'm writing and stuff. But I sat out here and I wrote for 2 hours just because of this one little like thought that I had because of a question that my mom asked me. And I'm going to now read what I wrote. And I'm sorry if it's kind of long, but it's exactly what was going on at the time. So this is what I wrote. 3 a.m. It's another restless night. The rain pours lightly, the sky so dark and gray. I sit alone, in my seat questioning myself due to my doubts and insecurities I have about myself. All thanks to one simple question that hasn't been asked in months. Do you ever regret having surgery? There's no simple answer to that. It changes day by day. On one day, I would on any day I would say no to anyone, but to myself, I think sometimes there are things that come with it that I never thought of when I made such a life-changing decision, such as my body, the way it would change so fast my mind wouldn't be able to keep up. 11 months ago, I would have never thought that I would be sitting here in my or in my or be sitting here and be half my size and weight I once was. There are things people don't know that go on in my mind every day. I see myself naked as I get dressed. At times, I still feel like I'm putting on old clothes and that I'm still 300 pounds and at 50% fat. But in all actuality, I'm wearing clothes that I've never been able to wear. Other days, I look down and I see skin just hanging there, inches from where it should be, or it's loose and saggy and squishy, and I can't fit it in the clothes right so I can hide it from the world. In these moments, I break inside because these things I think to myself I cannot change. I cannot just I can just accept them and go about my day as they eat away at me. I didn't do this to look better, but for my health, and that is one thing that has changed for the best. I'm so thankful for good health, but the mental changes are harder than I thought they would be. My mind plays tricks on me. When I look in the mirror, I'm so small now. I still feel fat and disgusted. Sometimes I pull at the extra skin wishing it was gone, or to see what my body would look like if it were tight or where it should be. Yet deep down I know, if I were to go back to the day I made the decision, I wouldn't change a thing. I had to look past the little things, but when you think about them daily, it's difficult. No one can understand the mindfuck you get from such an amazing change. Once I get dressed, or once I get past the thoughts about my body, I think about the what ifs. What if I never had the surgery? I know how I would feel if I didn't have it, and the same as I did before. I would hate myself like I used to. I would still feel stuck, unhealthy, and obese, and I would have been killing myself daily with food. The little things, like putting on my shoes and going up and down stairs, were a workout in themselves. And now, I do them at ease. The surgery was the best decision I made. I have completely turned my life around, and I'm happy, and I can smile and mean it with every thought about with the thoughts of my body changes I didn't expect. The mental games will stop in time. As I reconnect my body and my mind and slowly erase the images of what was to what is now. That's what I wrote. So basically that's me like showing the thoughts that I have, and like people don't know that's what I think every day. But I feel like it's becoming necessary for me to show like the downside of the surgery and the things that go on behind closed doors that nobody else can ever figure out unless I tell them. So that is my video.